Cajun creamy pasta right here?
I sure would.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna make two versions of this stir fry. Right now, I'm gonna start on the chicken. I use olive oil. I do not use canola oil. I do not use vegetable oil. I use olive oil. So I already have my skillets on. Hear that pop? Pump. So for the vegetable, what I'm going to use today as far as vegetables, I'm going to use carrots. I'm going to use onions. I'm going to use bell peppers. And I'm also going to use broccoli.
You showing out now.
Oh yeah. Wait till I do it behind my back. Now the reason why I didn't add mushrooms, why didn't I add mushrooms yet and I have mushrooms sitting here?
They cook quick.
They cook quick, right? And there's another reason. Someone may have a mushroom allergy, right? And if you have a mushroom allergy, it'll get you sick. And we're not into getting people sick. We're trying to feed people. So I know I have two vegetarians in the house now. Are you all okay with having mushrooms in your vegetable pasta? Excuse me, your vegetable stir fry? Is mushrooms okay for you, ma'am? So I'm gonna add some mushrooms now. And notice I touch my mushrooms last, because I'm gonna change this glove. I'm gonna let that do what it does while I'm changing my glove. And now I'm gonna start on my chicken. I'm gonna throw a little chicken in here. My chicken's pre-cooked. I only use a little pepper. Usually when we do our stir fries come with a vegetable egg roll. Every stir fry comes with a vegetable egg roll as well as a side of soy sauce and a side of sweet and sour sauce.
How long did it take you to go to culinary school?
Culinary school. It took me 2 years to get my associate's degree. I also obtained a lot of management degrees within culinary school to kind of help me out as well along my road. So it took about 2 years even. The experience, it came from working at several places. I worked on the boat, I worked on the motor vessel Mississippi for about a year. Then I also worked in catering, and I did that for about 6 years. So that helped me with the fine dining aspect of all this. Now sometimes, some people will overcook the vegetables, and you have a plate of mush.
Yep.
You don't want mush unless that's the way you ask for it. I mean, we can make it that way. It does happen though. I can send out some food, and some people may like it softer or harder than others. As we cook for everybody on a daily basis, we kind of know what you all like. So if I know that Miss
Jenny.
you know I had a aunt named Jenny.
Well, my name is Jenny, but his name is not Jack.
That's cool. Can I get 2 plates, please? 2 large plates. Now something else, the reason why we also do soy sauce with our stir fries is because of the salt. You know, Soy sauce itself has its own sodium, so you don't need to add salt. And this is real time right here. This is real time if you was to order something from the bistro. This is real time. This is how fast it takes for us to make it for you. You know, you don't have to order something and say, oh, it's taking forever. Well, you're getting fresh food for one, so you do want it to taste good and be cooked. But on the same end, you're gonna get fresh, good food because we don't want no residents to. You better come on in. Now the one with the chicken, I am gonna throw mushrooms in it. So if you have a mushroom allergy, don't sample it, because I don't know anything about EMT. All right, our vegetables looking pretty good. So I'm gonna grab some vegetable fried rice here. I'm gonna put that right in the middle for you. Now normally when we do this dish, we do it on white rice. But I heard we had a special group coming, so I added a little something to it. Right, that's ready to go. Spoon.
Do you have to prep it, or can you stir fry?
Oh yes, definitely. I'm sorry. I meant to show you that, I totally forgot how to stir. But I'm gonna show you today. So if you're at home, you wanna do this. Okay? When you're at home, you wanna do this. You're less likely to let it fall on the floor. You can just kind of spin it around. All right? I'll come back to that. I'm gonna leave that there. And what I have right here are 2 vegetable stir fries or fried rice. Huh? Looks good, right? You just want to take it out of my hand? Huh? These are all fresh vegetables. This is nothing that came out of the freezer. Yes, ma'am. Huh? Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You know what? I meant to show them the food that they're not going to eat. I'll be right back. I'm going to bring you back your plate. I'll be right back.
So we're not gonna let them just sample it.
Yeah, we're going to let them sample some of it. But we're also going to fix the plates and
Yes. Yes.
How come you don't use sesame seed oil?
I do in some of the dishes. The sesame seed oil, it does change the flavor.
That does.
This is for you, man. All right. Oh, let me go back to stirring this pot. I forgot about that. Is it burning? No, not you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Are your ribs pork or beef?
The ribs are pork. They are pork ribs, St. Louis pork ribs, and those ribs have more meat on them. So I've been using St. Louis pork ribs for a while now. You know when you get some ribs and people feed you ribs and you're like, oh yeah, I got a rib, and you bite into it and it's just bone? That's not ribs. No, we don't. We want meat on our bones, right? All right, so I have the chicken stir. Can I stop stirring this? Who asked me to stir this? All right. I'm gonna add my broccoli. I'm gonna let that broccoli soften up just a little bit. I don't wanna overcook it either. While that's going right there, now normally my stir fries will take it'll be a little faster in the kitchen when I have the chicken because we have a flat top back there. So when we have the flat top, I mean, they move them like this. Anybody ever do double dutch? No, we just move them. So right now, what I'm gonna show you all is how to make the Cajun shrimp pasta and how fast it is and easy. I'm gonna add some heavy cream. And the heavy cream that I use is a 40%. It has more fat and it will stay creamier than the 36 or just the regular. You can use half and half. The only thing with the half and half, you have to let it go a little longer. The half and half is inexpensive, so I use that as well. So I'm just gonna let this right here go, and as soon as I start to see it bubbling, I'm gonna go on ahead and start adding my Parmesan cheese. While that's happening, I'm gonna throw my ingredients in this skillet. Once again, I'm gonna grab my olive oil, and I only wanna put a little bit, because I don't wanna add oil to my pasta. But I want just enough lubrication on the pan that I can get my vegetables to cook up for me.
While you're doing that, you know, when some of the residents don't use their allotted money each month, so they've got a little bit of a balance left, what are some of the casseroles and cakes that you come up with or they ask for?
One of the big things that they all like, I would say, is our Italian buttercream cake. We make one of those that are pretty good. Casseroles, we do the shrimp creamy pasta. We do broccoli and cheese pastas, turkey and dressing. I mean, whatever you all like. I mean, whatever you like, you can actually just come to me and say, hey, I would like this. Now, if it's something that's processed, I don't know how to make it. I'm gonna be honest, you know. If you ask me to go out to the store and get a no-bake cheesecake, I don't know how to make that. I don't understand how to read those instructions. But there are several things that we have for you all that we can provide. You know, there's no limits. In my Cajun pasta, what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to add my bell peppers. I got red and green bell peppers, and I use both of those just for the color. I'm going to add my onions. And I'm also going to add the mushrooms. And like I said, you know, that's whatever you all do not like. You may say, I want a Cajun creamy pasta with no onions, no bell peppers, no mushrooms. We can provide that. You can say, I don't want it spicy. I just want it to be Alfredo with shrimp. We can do that as well. If you want Alfredo with chicken, we can do that as well. So it's up to you, whatever you like. But just to show you the dish, I am going to add all the ingredients. I have my chicken stir fry already. I'm going to come around and let you all see it. This is a non-stick. Thank you. Y'all must have forgot about all my food I have in the back. Everybody sees this food up. I guess I'm going to have to go to work, huh? Huh? And it comes to your table smoking hot, just like this. You'll even hear the sizzle. It comes with a little sizzle guy. Huh? Thank you.
I'd be willing to work in your kitchen just to watch you.
I'm hiring. I'm hiring. Please. Thank you. Thank you. here for you all. Thank you.
How about stir fry? One of my favorite things.
All right. So I got my vegetables over here. I have a stir fry ready. As you see, I'm starting to boil over here just a little bit. All I want this cream to do is to come to a nice scald, nice and hot. Because you don't want to leave your cream on too high or it's going to scorch. And you'll taste that scorch flavor. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab some Parmesan cheese. I'm going to whisk this in. And I'm going to let this reduce for a little while longer, okay? And it's going to thicken up. I have a skillet down here that is lonely. The reason I like these pans right here, these non-stick Teflons, is white. White and you're ready to go again. You see that? I'm ready to go again. Now, since I know that some people may have a shrimp allergy, I waited to do this last. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in the pan, turn my skillet back on. You already got your orders? More stir fry? I think you got that. I'm going to go on ahead and grab my shrimp. I'm going to change my glove.
Yeah. She's gonna go get some. She's gonna get some.
All right, so while this creamy pasta, my pasta sauce is starting to thicken up right here. I'm letting that thicken up. Turn her up just a little bit. Got my Parmesan cheese in there. So in essence, you're making a nice little cheese sauce. I didn't add any butter. I didn't add any flour. I'm just letting heavy cream do what heavy cream does. Okay? And I'm just going to let it reduce and I'm going to let it go. So right here, I got my stir-fried vegetables going. I got my shrimp starting to cook. I'm ambidextrous. All right, I got some stir fries that are right here ready to go. How many orders of stir fry do we have? Chicken stir fry, okay. All right, so my sauce is just about thickening up here, just a little while longer. It'll have the consistency that I'm looking for. I'm a cheese man, so I'm adding just a little bit more cheese. Cheese makes the world go round.
Yes.
Literally. All right, get that mixed in good. So how can we tell if our shrimp is done? Pink. Can shrimp be overcooked? What does it taste like when it's overcooked? Rubber, right? Okay, I'll try not to make rubber for you all. It's almost there. So what I do is I like to let my shrimp cook till it's about medium. Once it's medium, I'm gonna throw it in my sauce. And I'm gonna let that flavor infuse into the shrimp itself, okay? Since I'm doing the Cajun shrimp pasta, the one you all are sampling, is it too spicy?
It's good.
Pretty good? No salt added. No salt. All the flavor that you're tasting in that is coming from the seasonings. It's coming from the seasonings as well as the fresh vegetables, okay? So I'm gonna do about a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. Just gonna sprinkle that in.
Do you prefer one certain brand of Cajun seasoning?
Nah,
Does that have paprika in it?
a little bit. Just a little bit. And if you like real spicy, you can add more. If you like your food really spicy, you can add more Cajun to it. It's no problem. So I'm seeing these little fellas start to curl up. You know when they kind of curl up? They're starting to do it now. So once that happens, I don't want the water that came off the shrimp. So what I'm going to do is just kind of take it and throw it in here with my vegetables. I'm going to give this a little toss. Oh. I'll give it a little stir. Okay. And now I'm going to throw this into my pasta sauce. Okay. This right here, I'm just going to kind of swiggle it around a little bit. And now I'm going to take my pasta noodles. I pre-cooked penne noodles so I can be ready for the event. But we do penne noodles. I'm going to take a few of these and throw in here. So right now what I have is my sauce, my shrimp, my vegetables. The sauce is thick enough, it's good and creamy. I'm going to give this a little toss.
Oh, wow.
Okay? Now where are those two cooks? I said there were two cooks back there. Can I get some cooks over here to show me how to toss this? I started practicing last night. I knew this event was going on. I said, you know what? I have to be prepared. So last night I stayed up all night just tossing. I think I kind of got it now.
You did.
So I'm just going to let that cook just for a little while. As soon as I start to see it bubbling, it's ready to go. Okay? So over here, I don't like lonely pots. Somebody give me something to cook. I have chicken here. I have broccoli. Somebody give me something.
Chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo. Let's do it. Chicken Alfredo real quick. It's going to be the same thing. I'm wipe my pot out. I'm going to pour a little heavy cream. What would you like in your chicken Alfredo? Do you like mushrooms? Do you like onions?
Yes.
You like broccoli?
Yes.
You know, come on over here. Come over here and cook with me. That's what I'm talking about. Cool.
What's the hardest dish to flip?
The hardest dish to flip. Let's see. Wow. I guess if it's too loose, you know, anything that's still watery, I'm not going to try to flip that. You know, I tried to do it with fried chicken in the skillet. Oh, wow. It just doesn't work. All right, so while that is reducing for me, turn this down a bit. Go ahead and add my poem. It's ready to go. She wants chicken Alfredo.
Parsley?
Parsley. So in your Alfredo sauce, all I added was heavy cream, Parmesan, and fresh parsley. And I'm just gonna let this reduce till it thickens up a little bit for me. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go on ahead and make your vegetables.
Where'd you get your hands?
These were ordered on, we have a company that we get them through, I believe they're called Trimark, and they do all of our smallware. See, this is still watery. She just asked the question, you know, what is hard to flip? It's still watery. It still has to reduce a little bit so it has the consistency. Right. So she wanted some chicken, she wants broccoli, she wants onions. And even with that, I'm gonna add just a little bit of oil. A little bit of olive oil. All right, this sauce is starting to thicken up for me. And my Cajun pasta is done. I see it starting to bubble. It's saying, please get me out this pan, put me on a plate. I'm ready to go. Thank you. Now just think, you can eat like this every day. This isn't just for today. Y'all can eat like this every day. This is what we're here for. We want to make sure that you're having a beautiful meal. My grandma was in a nursing home, and a nursing home is totally different from a retirement community. This is a community. Everybody here engages with one another. We have activities. We do special things. You know, in a nursing home, she was just confined to a room, had to eat whatever was on the menu. The only reason why I used to go visit her a lot is I used to like the pound cake. I mean, I love my grandma now, you know, but the pound cake had it going on. So I kind of just take this, you know, personally to make sure that I'm feeding everybody fresh. So all the ingredients that she asked for, I'm gonna throw this in my pan. I got my sauce ready to go. Turn that off. And I'm gonna get the penne pasta. All right, I have a chicken Alfredo ready to go. Just that fast.
You ever get in trouble with Weight Watchers?
No, I haven't been in trouble, you know, with Weight Watchers in a while. I need to lose some weight?
No.
For a little garnish, I'm gonna throw a little Parmesan cheese on top. And I'm gonna throw a little bit of parsley on top. And this is the chicken Alfredo that she just requested. And this is the chicken Alfredo. All of the vegetables that she asked for.
Here. First four of them. Well, somebody had to do the job.
I just want to show everybody.
Had to give half, all of them away except one. Well, this was up in Wisconsin. They'd never seen Arkansas boy shoot.
Chicken Alfredo. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Chicken Alfredo.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll have to compare recipes one day. Thank you. And here you go, man. All right. Another chicken Alfredo? Sure, sure. You know, I'm gonna need for the kitchen some more heavy cream. Now this, the Cajun pasta, I've already had this already done. This is the one that I did first. It's already ready. Creamy. This is the Cajun pasta. No salt. Nobody saw me add salt to anything. I didn't add salt to anything. I added no salt to this. Thank you. Thank you.
He's on 7 days on, 7 days off, and he works night.
I use bell peppers, onions, and mushrooms. That's it. If you want to throw a little broccoli, you can throw broccoli in it. And that's your Cajun pasta. Thank you.
Pass that around.
All of our purveyors, like we use Cisco and places like that.
There's so many bad things you're saying about.
About tilapia? Yeah. So this is ready. If I believe. All right. Yes, sir. I got it all right in the place. Whoever would like a sample of your shrimp stir fry, just raise your hand and she'll definitely come around and give you some. All right, so I had another chicken Alfredo, correct? Okay. Any more stir fries? Another stir fry? Okay. So we need one more stir fry. Okay, so 2 stir fries. Put me to work, huh? Is this gonna be vegetable or do you want chicken? Chicken? Okay. And you wanted a chicken Alfredo. Got you.
Chicken stir fry.
Okay, chicken stir fry? Okay. Copy. Yes.
Do you have to be a resident to eat here?
That is a beautiful question. Did you all hear that question?
No.
The question she just asked is, do you have to be a resident to eat here? No, you do not. You can come to our bistro and you can order anything that we have on the menu, whether it's our daily, whatever we have daily, or if you want to order.
They have a free coupon.
Oh, wow, you got a free coupon right in front of you.
Wow.
So whatever you would like to have. Want chicken Alfredo also? Sure. Yes, we would like you all to come. So our chicken stir fry, what are we starting with? Oil, a little bit of olive oil. Everybody that wants to try the chicken stir fry, you okay with the mushrooms? Something else that we do from time to time, who all likes breakfast?
Oh, I do.
Everybody likes breakfast? From time to time, one of the activities that we do in the evening is called breakfast after dark. And breakfast after dark, I turn omelets. You get your own personal omelet. I have all of my fixings in front of me, and I can turn omelets for you. We also provide all your breakfast grits. You know, your bacon, your sausage gravy, breakfast potatoes.
What's your most requested omelet? Your most requested omelet?
Loaded. Everything. I usually use ham, bacon, of course our bell peppers, mushrooms, onions. Yes.
Was our milk, his mother was my secretary. I mean, his aunt was my first teacher. Do I have no idea?
You probably know more about it than he wants you to know, or he wants to know anything. I think everybody in the church knows Carly and she used to be close. Carly. She was married to an attorney, and he passed away here, but she's the rest of me.
video to honor what good food we're having, so let's practice. I'm gonna say, how's the food? And you're gonna say, great. Okay, now, so we're gonna practice. I'm gonna say, how's the food? And everybody say, great. Ready? 1, 2, 3. How's the food? Great. Okay, now we're gonna do it on video. You ready? Hey, everybody, how's the food? Great. Woo! Thanks, Chef Ty.
Thank you. I appreciate you all for attending. Thank you.
Okay, let's see if it's cooking right through the retake. What is he making?
Stir-fried rice on the skillet. Oh, okay. I use my flat top. I make sure I cook my rice first. I get it good and cold. I put it on my flat top. Add my eggs, my peas, my carrots. I don't put onions in it because a lot of people don't like the onions. And I also add a little teriyaki sauce. Mix it up a little bit, let it go, and ready to roll.
Don't you cook your rice the night before so it cold?
Yes.
Do you freeze it or you just have it refrigerator temp?
I actually just refrigerate it. I want it to be good and cold. All right. Chicken stir fry is ready to go. And I have chicken Alfredo. Both of them at the same time. Ready to go.
Chef Ty, why don't you tell them about your award-winning shrimp and grits? Taste of Texarkana.
All right. They got kind of loud. You like that? That's roasted red potatoes. I toss those in a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of pepper. I put them in the oven, and when they come out, I toss them a little bit of Parmesan. That was another sample. Somebody else wanted the chicken stir fry. That's a good one. Honey. Sometimes we use honey and things. And I usually try to use a lot of citrus. I use a lot of fruit.
Yeah.
Sure, you good.
Yeah, you will.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, while you're enjoying your food, I also want to let you know last year we participated in the Taste of Texarkana. And this was my first time, my first experience. I've never, you know, made food for that many people. There were over 1,000 people there. And it was our first time, and like I said, we are a retirement community. And we won the Taste of Texarkana Rookie of the Year. Thank you, thank you. What we provided for everyone was shrimp and grits. We did shrimp and grits, and we also did the bread pudding that Miss Shawn makes. And that is what helped us get that win. So what I want you all to try today, after you're done having your food, please try some of the bread pudding. Let us know what you think about it, okay? Yes, ma'am. What I use is salt and oil. Now also use fresh lemon So as long as it's cold and you add all the ingredients, it's going to dry back and stay loose. Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm here for. Definitely. Definitely. Thank you. Everything okay? Huh? Everybody okay? Good deal, good deal. Everybody okay over here? Uh-oh. How did I survive? Yeah, it was rough. I'm from Long Island, so I actually got lucky. Long Island isn't as rough as the city. You know, it's more suburb area. The beach, surrounded by a beach. So, you know, I was in good shape.
That's good.
Yes, ma'am.
When's the last time you went?
2 years ago.
They have a lot of cars. I walked all the